Okay, so welcome members. Now we are going to see a new topic. This topic is called statistics, and we are going to see how to introduce it in this lesson. But please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, to start with statistics here. The definition is there. It's a mathematical representation of data or results from a scientific experiment. Now everyone, I think you know what we call an experiment. Experiments, these are things you carry out, you get data out of it, and then the data you get, you can represent it in terms of statistics. Common terms in the statistics, we call them range. It's the difference between the highest and the lowest data. Average is the value that best represents a set of data from an experiment. And this data can be in terms of mode, mean, or median. Then there we go to what we want to define now what a mode is. Mode is the highest frequency, is the data with the highest frequency. So if you draw your conclusions and you pick out the data with the highest frequency or that appeared the most number of times, it's what we call the mode. Then mean is the measure of the central tendency, calculated as the ratio of the sum of items to the number of items. Then median is the measure of central tendency, both by arranging data in ascending or descending order. Then you do cross matching. If numbers are 2 in the middle, then you add them and you divide by 2. If the number is odd, then you take that number to be median. I mean, if the number of items are odd. Now it means that you are going to cancel, you are going to remain with one value, which will be your median. If they are 2, in most cases they are even, divide those 2, you add them and divide by 2. Then frequency, number of times at which a given data appears. Then model class with the highest frequency, class interval, a range of values within a class. Then class boundary, limiting points of a statistical data. Then we can present this data in these ways. They are many, but I'm going to pick out the most in this topic. Then pie chart, data here is represented in the sector of a circle. The frequency of data is proportional to the angle of the sector. So this is how maybe this data A, data B, C, D. These are how I can represent them. I can show you that this angle is almost proportional to the frequency of how B is appearing. Then frequency tables or distribution tables or frequency distributions, a table that shows data and the number of times it has. So this is if I have item A, it will appear 4 times. Item B 6 times. Item C maybe 3 times. This is what we call the frequency table. Then bar charts. Bar charts shows now the classes. So this is A. We put them on classes, and then it's now frequency. So this is the first class, the second class, and so on. Here we put classes, and then it's frequency. Then a histogram, from them we put frequency, and then it's data corrected. Data corrected can be in terms of heights, weights, edges. That's the limits we put on the horizontal. Then here we put the frequency. Then to make the frequency curves, or what we call the algorithm. To make this frequency curve, or what we call the algorithm. So here I put it against the geometric frequency over the data corrected. Then when it comes to frequency polygon, we put it against the frequency over the data corrected. By this side, we are putting it in the middle. We are putting the middle classes, the middle of those classes. And we join it using a ruler. Then we join this using a free hand. We are going to see now more examples about these ones. I will show you where.